Alright guys, we are ready with CDRomatron and Gubble.
Technical setup buffer. Welcome to Technical Setup Buffer 2. This is 4%. There we go.
Yeah, welcome to Gubble.
We've sat on the title screen for too long. We'll need to wait a minute. There we go. Don't look at that. No spoilers.
It's really good.
Okay. Alright, how's tag looking?
Good
game. Okay. No, that's stretch. Oh, the top is missing a good bit. So that's probably a plugin check. I'm also going to assume I'm probably talking much too quiet. That should be about the volume I'm talking to.
Perfect.
Huzzah!
Yep, but yes, perfect.
What about the sides?
In my closer can do. Ooh, nice. There we go. That should be fine.
It's really like integral to the experience of watching Gubble that the game is properly crafted. Any one missed pixel can completely ruin the artistic impact that the game has on you as a human being.
Alright, okay, we ready? Right, so start in 3, 2, 1, go. So, welcome to Gubble any percent. This is effectively first 3 worlds, because that is what the PlayStation 1 novice difficulty is. This is Gubble. So, this bad guy came along, and he hammered a bunch of nails and everything to the world, and then we're like, okay, let's call the hero Gubble, and he will save the day. And we call the hero Gubble, and we get the wrong Gubble, and we end up with this idiot, and it's his job now to go save the world, because he wants to just better. So the way we end up saving the world is we use these various tools that are just scattered around, things like screwdrivers and hammers and various things, and we effectively need to go and remove all of those. A lot of what we're doing here is cycle based, so we're going down here first so that that saw blade is out of the way, and that those walking guys out of our way as well.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, cool.
Very clean levels, very clean.
So one thing we do need to watch out for is the enemies. The enemies dual deal damage, and our health bar is the same throughout all levels. So when we take damage, that's going to be with us effectively for the rest of the run until the next point where we have to heal. And there's only 2 healing points in the entire run. So there's a few power-ups as well during the stages, like this is a speed boost. We can use these to move fast. There's also the health, which is going to allow us to draw. There's also going to be one instance of time stop during the run. However, I'll explain that a bit more when we get to it. So a lot of it here is trying to manipulate the enemies. Some enemies will either be on a fixed pattern, and some enemies will effectively follow you. So here, for example, the saw blade is just on a pattern, whereas the red one is actively seeking me. Here we're stuck behind the saw blade, we need to wait. We have a few moves that are exposed, so we can hover. The advantage of hovering is that we can essentially leave our tool behind so that we do not take damage. There we go. Next level. So this is another heavily cycle based. These are going to be saw blades that are going back and forth, and I need to use this hammer to go and remove all the nails. So we're going to come along here, get these ones out first, and then work our way from left to right and then come along the top. Good timing on that saw blade. Come around to the left. Now we need to go clear along the top. And along the bottom, and then along the top. Wait for him.
So at any point we're running into an enemy, we can just use the hover to turn invincible, and then the enemy will turn around. Which gives us a lot of opportunities to just kind of like force our way through cycles. Up here is like just one of the slowest levels. It's got a really slow weapon, which essentially we need to drill at all of these things. And the cycles on these enemies are pretty random, so I'm just going to need to react and just try to avoid them.
The sound design in this game is really on another level. I'd say that since its 2000 release, there really hasn't been another game that's come to the level of this game.
Right, those AIs were really cooperative. We got through that relatively quite painlessly. So we've only got 2 other levels in World 1 remaining. We've got this one, which is great. So this is the introduction of multiple tools being in the same level. For example, on the right hand side of this we have the hammer, and on the left hand side we have the screwdriver. So for example, that bin you see in between the 2 halves, those are a obstacle that you can only hover over. We're going to see a few of those throughout the run.
Salad, please.
When it comes to the movement in this, we can hold the directions early. So whilst Gubble is picking up a screw, I can hold a direction and it will just immediately assume that direction when Gubble becomes available. Same with going in a straight line. If you don't hold any directions, Gubble will just continue on the line he's been told to. So we can just hold up, for example, here, and we'll just go up as soon as we can. Which allows us to get through these levels basically as fast as you can. So this one, we just hover over all the enemies and takes us to this. Pick up these. There we go. So that is the first world of 3. We're going to be going through various other puzzles as well. There's Rengar, so we are now going on to Farcical. So as we go through the worlds, the levels become harder and harder, and generally filled with more and more complex enemies. For example, in this we now have the mines, which we need to look out for, which are just stationary but relatively high damage, so you'll want to watch out for those. So it's a little annoying here because this is actually a grid pattern here, and those red guys can get stuck, so we want to make sure that they don't come along here sooner than later. So one advantage we have of having multiple tools in the same level is we can kind of leave them behind, and it causes to be like a body block for the enemies because they can't walk through them. So I'll be leaving the additional tools in places so that the enemies can't catch back up to me. There we go. The right one was a little silly and didn't follow me, which caused me to be able to complete that level relatively quickly. This is another instance where leaving behind a tool will cause us to save a bit of time as well. So we've got these moving platforms, so we're going to come along here and clear out this top section first. Gonna wait for this guy. There we go. And perfect time. Wait for this guy. So we're going to clear out these here, and then leave the hammer for the guy to get stuck. Then take this and clear the rest of the level. Almost.
Nearly perfect.
So as we complete the levels, you'll notice that these bricks are slowly disappearing. That's effectively the progression in this game. So this level has a really cool set of cycles we can make. I'll do my best to do them. Oh, almost. I accidentally held down the left bumper for a second. I think that may have worked it. think we're still on the good cycle. I need to get along there quickly though. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh wait, I never even started clearing at the right hand side.
yeah, you did
Apparently I
something
got very confused.
It worked out really, really nicely.
I thought the cycle looked a bit weird. There we go. Still relatively fast. Oh, we want to go up here. So this is a level with the teleporter. So there's essentially just like 2 levels in one here. We just do one half the level and then we do the other half of the level, and there's nothing we really need to take between them. So we're just going to clear out all the screws first. There's a lot of like multiple pathways we can go along here, so we'll just be trying to clear the ones which like clear all the optional ones first and then go for all the mandatory ones. So going along here. There we go, that's good. So all the screws are now in place, so I can pick them up as we go to the teleporter. I'm going to leave the screwdriver behind. So now there's nothing to return to in the other half of the level, so we're just going to clear it here. Oh. There we go. So these are one of the corridor levels. There's 2 of these in the game where they're very thin and it's mostly waiting for enemies to kind of get out of your way. So there's a fair tide of waiting in this level. And once he's past this threshold, we can go get those. Head down and pick up this. Luckily this guy's moving a lot faster, so we can kind of just wait for him to bounce around, run past him, and clear out these last 4. If we get that right, we'll sneak up just behind him. Almost. So here we need to go pick up the screwdriver power-up, and we're going to clear out the bottom section first. There's a lot of these walking guys in this level, so we're just trying to do our best to navigate around them. They don't often clash into each other, they've kind of got their own allocated space, so we just need to make sure the cycles line up as best as we can. So we see that power-up in the top right of the level. That is the time stop. So if we get these cycles right, I should be able to head over there and stop it so I can effectively collect the rest of the level all at once. See if I can make that. Nope, not quite. Let's get around here. Nice. Due to the fact that, of course, the enemy is going to be taking up 1 space, there's no way we can actually just go and collect all 5 at once, but collecting all 4 and then being able to head round to get the 5th one was pretty good. So here is another tool we need. This is the boulders we need to clear. So we need to clear out these. We don't need to clear out all of them, but just getting them out of the way. So we need to go around those bins because we can't bring the screwdriver through there, and we're just going to go around the level now. Fortunately, there's these 2 walkers, and they're just going to get in our way. They seem to have separated now, which is good. Turn that guy around so we can go back. Then we want to hide in the middle so we can get past this guy. And finally collect these last 6. Okay, this is a long level. There's a lot of things we need to be picking up, and there's multiple tools we're going to be using, so there's like 2 layers to this level. So we're going to be doing some body blocking later on, but this level is quite long. If there's anything you'd like to read, now would be a good time.
Yeah, I'm just going to say I'm getting very enlightened watching this one. This is quite good. But while we're here, we're just going to say a quick thanks to both ESA, as they are helping us by allowing us to stream on their channel, providing technical assistance, providing some gear, and also another shout out to the BSG Marathon. They hold their monthly gatherings in the Netherlands, similar to what we do, but for people in the Benelux region. They've supported us from the beginning, and they helped spread the word, provided us with a channel to stream on in the past, and are now helping us with our donations as well. So if you guys can get your donations in and you're wondering why it has their logo on it, it's because they're giving us a hand right now.
So upcoming here, we have the few cycles we need to wait on these guys. So if we sneak in just behind them, we have just enough time to clear out all their circle. There we go. I was a bit early, I arrived. So we've left that hammer in a very particular place because there's these horrible enemies that will attempt to follow us around. So by leaving it there, he can kind of get stuck. So I'm just trying to keep them as far away from us as possible. So yeah, now he's kind of getting stuck in the top right-hand corner, which leaves us to just navigate the bottom left relatively freely. Aside from this one guy, which by turning around the enemies, they do get very confused. So we can kind of just follow them, and they can't really catch us. Oh yeah, the other 4 down there. There we go. So this is a relatively painful level to look at because there's a lot of yellow and red, and this level is just a pain for the eyes. So here's another instance of the speed up power up. This will last as long as we don't take damage, or until it runs out. So we're going to use that to clear out as much of this top section as possible to navigate around the bugs. Reverse them, and head down the stairs. Okay. And with that, I think we just have 2 more levels of Warp 2. So this is one of the only levels with a health increase, so we're going to be getting that as soon as possible. And to clear out this, we'll grab this and head over to the right, and then clear out the left. we get that? Yes, we did. Okay, cool. So that means we can now sneak along the bottom. Reverse him. Grab these along the left, and then there's just one along the right, which we'll grab by going along here. Wait. There we go. So this is another level which I just don't think is fun to look at, because there's the nails for the hammer blends in really closely to the texture they use for the ground in this level. So I just need to make sure I don't miss any.
The letter S there, that's a secret stage, basically.
Yeah.
You can get a
So
bunch of extra
yeah.
resources.
So there's the S for the secret stage, and there's also a globe for bonuses. We're not doing any of those because they only award additional points. Like, this is mainly an arcade-style score-based game, but they don't really contain anything we're looking for here. So I think this game does have a 100% category for doing all the bonuses as well, but that just seems... I don't know. I'm not sure if I'd do that. Right. Farcical done. On to the final world. You'd think it would be Plumaxia by the category, but no, it's Plumaxia. So this is another one of the larger levels. This is the only time we're really going to see us actually using the spring. Oh no, wait, this is not that level. That is the next level. So we're going to come up here, grab this. This is still a large level. So we're going to also see the saw blade, which is the fastest tool in the game. And I hope you're all ready for some fast gameplay. Relatively fast. Relative to what you've seen so far, so no promises. Cool, okay, let's grab the saw wheel. And we can just tear through all these. There's 80 left, and that's going to take us no time at all. That was okay.
Yeah.
So this is very similar to a level we saw in the first world, where instead of the saws are going back and forth, these are now the jumping rabbit type enemies. So we're going to leave a lot of in the similar way, we're going to leave a lot of screws along the top and try to clear out the bottom first, because there's an excessive amount of screws down here. You can see that they're all not lined up perfectly. I think that's just because of the cycles on how they spawn. Unlike some of the enemies in this game, when these encounter your hammer, sometimes they do stop to turn around for a second, whereas normally enemies will just instantly turn around. Cool, so now that's done, we can clear out the top. Almost. It was just a little early for that cycle. So now we can come along to the left. So this is one of the only stages you'll really see that's effectively optimal because of the having to wait on these platforms. There's just so many of these, and you can only do this level so quickly. So the main pain with this level is these UFOs. So hopefully they spawn nicely and their cycles have been good so far, which they have been nice. That means we can just run along here. So we can't hover over all of the UFOs due to the fact that some of them are actually in the air. Okay, we got past them, and the only thing we need to do here is get past this guy, the final screw. And now we need to head all the way over to the right.
This is going to be the spring.
So yeah, this is the level of the spring. So there's a spring at the start of this level to hop over that, and it's the only time you'll ever see the spring. So the perspective kind of screwy in this level. There is 2 levels to it. So we're just coming up the stairs now. We're gonna make sure that he bounces off us by just leaving the item, because that'll be faster than him running to the wall. And then we need to go and get all of the items up there. So wherever that, hopefully the saw blade will go down instead of going to the trying to come towards us. Okay, good. So we can pick those up, and we need to head back down. We want to get him trapped back in one of those holes so we can run past. This is also going to be the first instance you're going to see of the cannons. The cannons are aligned along the bottom. When you're in sight of a cannon, the cannon will just start firing continuously. So now we need to wait for this UFO to go past. Hopefully he doesn't go down. Oh, he went down. Oh no. So he's gonna get stuck. Let's see if we can just try damage boost through it. No. We're gonna do trying it live, boys. Oh. Go past him. Oh, oh. Oh.
Not even close.
Okay, I think there's another health pickup in the rest of this game. Let's find out. Oh yeah, there is, and it's in this level. How convenient. Let's go pick it up just at the start so I don't just die. There we go. So this level's a pain because you see there's like those 3 screws in the top left-ish? There's actually 4 there. It's just hidden behind the scenery. In my first playthrough of this I got so lost. There we go.
Game design.
So these UFOs suck. We're just going to follow them to pick up as many as possible. Almost. There we go. Now they're slightly off cycle. And they're bouncing off each other. Not good. We'll just reflect them all. There we go. Last one. There we go. Now we can head over to the right. So there's that cannon up there. So we can actually body block the shots of the cannon with the item. So that's what we're doing to get past it. Which makes getting in there kind of hard, but getting out of there extremely easy because we just have no more use for the screwdriver. There we go. I'm just gonna wait for these guys. Pick up their things. Wait for them to come in here. And then go clear out the rest. There we go. Hopefully they go to the down. Nope. Need to wait for them to bounce. There we go.
Yeah, so those star things on the map just give a bit of bonus score.
Yeah, there's a few items on the overworld. I think there's even like some health pickups and harder difficulties on the overworld. However, yeah, all those stars are just additional points. There's nothing we really need for them. This is the other corridor level I mentioned. Instead of the bugs, we have these horrible like spiny guys. There is a screw hidden behind here, so we're gonna pick that up. Almost. Ooh. That was scary. So this level just looks really unique because we have a lot of these saw blades going back and forth. These are actually very reminiscent of what the bonus levels in this game look like, which is probably where the design for this level came from. So we just need to avoid those. This level is actually relatively simple. but it's also very easy to screw up by just not realizing which line you're in.
Screw up.
What's the joke?
Screws.
Right. So here it's just in groups of 2. This is actually 4 wide as opposed to how it looks 2 wide because of just where everything's placed. Camera kind of sucks like that, but oh well. Just gonna wait for these. Just one we need to grab, just there. Oh, that was not what I meant. I didn't mean to reflect in there. But we can go and pick up these now. That was alright. That level's a bit weird to do optimally just because there's so many cycles with the saw blades going on. So this level is also painful. This is really a small level, but we have a lot going on. We have these enemies crawling about, and we have this horrible dude who's just going to try get us. And there's actually a few pickups we need to get in here, so... I actually don't want him to escape, so I want to put the hammer back. There we go. Fortunately, due to the nature of this item just being so large, we can't actually just get back on it like we do every other item. We conserve momentum. Which makes this level just... If this was literally any other tool in the game, this level would be free. But due to the height and how Gubble technically gets on tools in this game, this level is very difficult. So what really scares me is going to pick up those 2 that are right next to the cannon, as in front of the cannon. Although I have a cunning plan. Hopefully this doesn't shoot me, otherwise this would be really embarrassing.
On the first strats, then always.
It was worth a shot. Okay, Okay, there we go, round 2. So, yeah, so we're just going to do this level again, and not die this time. If there's anything you'd like to read in the meantime, please go ahead.
Yeah, just want to let everybody know here that their donations are going towards supporting Young Minds. Young Minds are a charity that are leading a fight for a future where all young minds are supported and empowered, whatever the challenges. Your donations here are going to help them make sure young people get the best possible mental health support and have the resilience to overcome life's difficulties.
So it's like the safe strat is doing this level in reverse, going for those cannons. Unfortunately, it means you do miss out a few fun things you can do immediately from the right of that, but oh well. There we go. So as we get to these last few levels, they're effectively just gauntlets where they're like, okay, so how many things can we fit in a level, and how many enemies can we fit in a level. So there's a good few things we're going to be avoiding here. It's mostly we're going to be seeing these follower enemies, and in later levels we're also going to see moving cannons. Luckily though, we're almost finished with this run. We just have a few more levels to go.
I know no one really wanted this run to end, but unfortunately all good things have to end.
So we have these star mines now. These star mines are very dangerous. So we're going to be avoiding those at all costs. Coming up here, grabbing the hammer stuff first, and then going back down for the screws. Oh, missed one. Oh, there is one there. There we go. Oh yeah, there's a health pickup there. And the tool is here.
Yeah, interesting choice of using perspective to hunt objectives.
So as I mentioned, we need to be careful here not to touch these star mines. They're very dangerous and will deal a lot of damage. Even though we're at full health, it's still something I want to avoid, because we want as much health as possible going into the final lap. Oh, over to the right. There we go. So this is the final level of the game. As I mentioned, it's kind of like Gauntlet at this point. There's just a lot of enemies. And it's all with the hammer. Luckily it's got a health up, but that robot on the right will fire missiles at us, just like the cannon did. So we just want to stay out of his way. Right, time will be coming up relatively soon, just as we leave to enter the next world. Well, what would be the next world, it's how it transitions to the end. Like this. Right, time will be coming up in 3, 2, 1, time. And as such, the mothership arrives to collect us. We have saved the day. It seems you're getting the knack of things, but you shouldn't be happy yet. Challenge once more for a higher score. Because, like, we didn't pick up anything. I've never seen it not say that. I'm not sure if there is actually a threshold you can reach. But yeah, that was Gubble. Any percent, first 3 rolls, I guess. We have some time. Would I be alright to show off the cheat percent? Good. Okay. We need to wait till we get back to the title screen.
Just do like.
Yeah, we can do it.
Do like
Yeah.
10 cheap cents.
Yeah, I know. I need to wait for the thing to come back. Okay, here we go. I think it's. There we go. Okay. Right. Probably just don't bother with a timer for this, but it'll be like 3, 2, 1, go.
This is a very precise. There's a lot of precise movement in this category.
So, and because we've activated the cheat, we can remove the obstacles from the overworld. And that just means we can run past. So, World 1. Outer World 1. Perfect.
Good so far.
Wow! Oh my god! Holy!
There's a really hard trick in this level, actually.
World 2. We're going for the low percent strats. No bonus.
Right, nice.
Oh my god!
It's good. We're on pace here.
What a gamer!
And that's it.
Very nice.
What a guy!
GG.
See, when it says get a better score in this one, I kind of understand because we literally got nothing. But yeah, that is Gubble in its novice entirety. There's like another 2 worlds on the PS1 version, and another 5 worlds as well on top of all that on the PC version, because there was a HD remake that was like the 10th anniversary. Rumor has it there's a 20th anniversary thing in the works, so look forward to that. But yeah, there's also some other Gubble games, Gubble 2, Gubble Buggy Racer, whatever. Anyway, that's enough for Gubble. Hope you guys had fun. And I will pass over to the intermission.